with that, Amr, you want to kick us off?
Yes. On Leader McConnell's announcement today, did he call or let the president know if he was here yesterday ahead of the announcement that he would be making it?
So I don't have any details to read out to you outside of obviously the readout that we had, or beyond the readout that we had from yesterday. You heard directly from the president just moments ago. I believe you were in the room, Amr, and I'll quote the president: "He and I have trust. We have a great relationship. We fight like hell, but he has never misrepresented anything. I'm sorry. He's stepping down." I just don't have anything outside of that.
So to that end, what does this mean, if anything, for current negotiations on big items like the foreign aid stuff?
I don't presume it means anything, right? He said he's going to step down essentially by the end of the year. I don't think that affects his leadership. Leader McConnell has been a leader, as you know, for some time of the Senate, and he's been very clear, as well as the other three of the big four yesterday. They said it was important. They all agreed the importance of making sure Ukraine gets the funding that they need. They all four agreed with the president and the vice president on making sure that we keep the government open, and I think that's important to note. And so I don't think it affects Mitch McConnell's leadership in this current time as we're moving forward. Look, we have bipartisan support in the Senate, and we know that we have bipartisan support on the House side as it relates obviously to the National Security Supplemental, and we want to see the House bring that forward and put that to the floor so we can see that moving, so we can make sure that the brave people of Ukraine continues to get the assistance that they need from the United States.
And the leader also noted in his floor speech that Father Time remains undefeated, and it's time for the next generation of leadership. How does that sentiment resonate, if at all, with the president?
So I'll say this: look, a decision like that Mitch McConnell, the senator, made is a very personal decision. And that is for an individual to make and decide on. And he spoke to it, so I'll certainly let the senator continue to speak to that if he chooses, and we know his words. We heard it on the floor of the Senate today. The president has been very clear. The president has said he wants to continue to deliver for the American people, as he has done in the last 3 years in a historic fashion. This is a historic presidency when you think about how we've turned the economy around, when you think about how the president's been able to beat Big Pharma and let Medicare negotiate for the American people, making sure that we're getting these prices to be lower, a climate change agenda, passing the Inflation Reduction Act, an incredibly important piece of legislation, obviously, that is now law, that's going to move the climate situation in a direction that is in the positive way, right, and make sure that we're dealing with the climate change issue. So there's a lot of things that the president has done. He wants to continue that. And that's what he's looking towards to do. And obviously, you'll hear a lot more from him next week as he addresses Congress.
And just indulge me on just one non-McConnell question.
Yeah, sure.
He's going to the border tomorrow. What should we expect him to see and do? And what's his objectives? What does he hope to accomplish tomorrow?
So, as you all know, we've announced, and you've all reporting, he's going to go to Brownsville, Texas tomorrow. He's going to meet with Border Patrol agents, law enforcement officials, frontline personnel, and local leaders. While he is there, the president will be briefed by officials from the Customs and Border Protection, U.S. Citizens and Immigration Services, and Immigration and Customs Enforcement. And the president will also deliver remarks to highlight the need for Congress to pass the bipartisan border security agreement that was negotiated out of the Senate, as you know, not too long ago, and took 4 months. 4 months of us, the White House, working with Republicans and Democrats in the Senate to get that done. And obviously, Republicans have rejected that because of politics.